Hi, Kemi. Okay. All right, welcome to this meditation on control energy. I'm Molly McCandless. In this meditation, you're going to be able to see how much control energy is in your space, affecting you and your ability to freely create what you want in your life. I'll guide you to clear as much control energy as you can in this short meditation. Then you can take a look at how much control energy you run. At the very end, we'll look at how much energy of how we try to control others. And we won't spend a long time on this, but it's really just for you to have an awareness of how much you might try to control others, because it's not always other people trying to control us. We can try to control other people. All right, so this meditation will be posted on YouTube. So if it goes too fast, you can go back and listen to it again and clear more. I'm going to walk you through the next steps. So give yourself the next 30 minutes to relax and heal. So close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, relax, tune into your body and how you're feeling right now. Start by pulling your energy in around you. What that is really your aura. So our aura can spread out during the day. It's not ideal to have it really spread out. It's better to have it closer in around us. Uh, you can collect up other energies when your aura is expanded. So pulling it in or scooping it in or having the thought that it comes in around you 2 to 3 feet on all sides is ideal. And if you know what a grounding cord is and you have one attached currently, release it, create a new one in present time. If you don't know what a grounding cord is, it's a way to anchor your physical body to the planet and your spiritual body to your physical body. What that looks like is from the base of your spine. It's really your root chakra, more in the perineum area, but it's okay because we'll expand this line out. It's where you create a visual of a line of energy from that region, root chakra or base of the spine, that goes down through the floor beneath you, down through the layers of the planet, plugs into the crystalline core, and attaches you to the planet. What this looks like, or an easy visual, is as a tube, like an open, obviously it's a tube, open and hollow tube that plugs in at the base of your spine and goes down into the center of the planet. And once you have that attached in the center of the planet, and don't overthink it, it's very simple once you get used to it. It works with gravity to pull energies that you're wanting to release out of your body and your aura. All you have to do is have the thought of what that is, and your grounding cord works with gravity to pull it out. It's just kind of saying hello or putting your attention on something you want to release. And I'll suggest some energies right now for you to release out of your body. So make sure that your grounding cord, that line of energy, is firmly attached at the base of your spine, really anchored into the center of the planet. See if you can expand that out to encompass at least your hips. If you'd like to go wider on the grounding cord, you can. If it's nice and wide, it's easier to release more energy. All right, I'm going to suggest a couple energies to sense maybe are in your space. Then you can start to release them down your grounding cord. Let's just start with stress. We all have stress in our days. So tune into your body, where you hold on to stress or where you might feel it. Maybe it's in your temples, your jaws, your back, your stomach, the back of your neck. Just think about from the top of your head down through your body, releasing the stress, and allow it to go down your grounding cord and into the center of the planet. And whatever you release and it goes down the grounding cord, when it hits the center of the planet, it gets recycled. It's basically like neutralized. So it's recycled and it just goes back into pure energy. All right, release people out of your space. So anybody who you feel like is collected up in your space, and that's very easy to do, and that could be through electronic communication, people who you live with, you work with, work or just being out and about. That's why, again, if your aura is very expanded and you're out and about and grocery shopping or at events, you will feel people in your space. So whatever's collected up, send it down the grounding cord. Release any unspoken words that you didn't get to say today. Maybe you feel that in your throat. So sense what you didn't get to say and send that down the grounding cord. Oh, it just flows down through your body like grains of sand in an hourglass. Just let it flow down straight into the grounding cord, straight into the center of the planet. Just a couple more. If you have energy in projects, um, maybe you have a busy work schedule, and even if you don't have a busy work schedule, you might have energy out in projects, or that energy of projects is collected up in your space, like that responsibility. Send that down the grounding cord. And then finally, any unconscious energy in your space. We can collect up unconscious energy from the collective on the planet, from neighbors. So think about even above your head and through your body where you've collected up unconscious energy, and send it down the grounding cord. Okay. Once you release, you need to replenish, or you would be out of balance. To replenish yourself and collect up the energy you have left out in the world, imagine about 6 inches above your head a large, warm, golden sun. And this sun that is sitting above your head has a way to magnetize your energy back to you. I like to see my energy come back as a vapor. You could see it as a line of energy, in strings of energy. You could just really focus on where you've left it and just have the postulate that it comes back to you. So think about the places and spaces you've been over the past few days and direct your energy out of those spaces. Only your energy comes back and it goes into the sun above your head. And then when you've collected your energy and brought it into the sun, bring that sun in through the top of your head. Let that flow down into your body. I like to saturate my cells and organs starting at my feet. So I fill my toes up. So however you like to do it, but fill yourself in completely from your toes, legs, torso, up your arms to your down your fingertips to the top of your head. Saturate all your cells and organs with your vital life force energy. Okay, good. All right, to read energy clairvoyantly, and a lot of you already know this, but in case somebody's new or listens to it and is new, I'm just going to do a brief explanation of how to look at energy clairvoyantly. In order to look at energy clairvoyantly, you need a place to view it, and you can create that space about a foot in front of your head by creating a white blank screen about a foot tall, a foot wide, and It's like a viewing screen or a computer screen. You can't look at something on a computer unless you have a screen. So this is your viewing screen. And to the base of that screen, add a grounding cord like the one on your body. So that grounding cord at the base of the screen holds the screen in place so that it doesn't move around. Sometimes things can move around if we don't anchor them or ground them. So create your white blank screen, ground it, and the symbol we'll use tonight to look at the energy of control in your space is going to be that of a clear rose. So in the middle of the screen, create the visual of a clear rose sitting right in the middle of your screen, and then ground that rose into the planet. So you ground it by from like you could say the stem of the rose or where the stem attaches to the rose. Just make a nice grounding cord that goes from the base of the rose all the way into the planet. Because whatever you're looking at in the rose needs a way to release the energies that are going to come up, and you're going to do it the same way you just did on your body. Whatever you see in this rose and a texture or color, it will illuminate when I call out these specifics, and then you just say hello to it, give it a nod, send it down the grounding cord into the center of the planet, again, where that energy gets recycled. So creating that rose with the intention, it's holding how much control energy is in your space right now. Take a look at it. If that rose is holding the control energy in your space, what does it look like? What are the textures and colors in that rose? For some of you, it might be very full and very dark. So try and stay as neutral as you can because you're going to get to release a lot of this. All right, I want you to ask the rose. You can talk to a symbol and get an answer. So I want you to ask the rose, what percentage are you being controlled in your space? So what percentage in your rose is showing you that you are being controlled by others? And listen for that percentage or get a number. For some of you, it could be shockingly high. If it's a low number, then well done, but I'm going to call out some specifics. So don't be surprised when I call it specific energies that it gets very illuminated with textures or colors. So every time you see something in that rose, give it a nod, say hello, and send it down the grounding cord. All right, remember your number because we'll check at the end to see how much space you've created for yourself. So start with an initial flush, just the textures and colors that are in that rose that are affecting you. They will absolutely be impacting you. Just do the initial flush of letting go down the grounding cord, whatever you see in that space. No, if you can't see anything, that's okay. You just have the thought that if there's something in there, it releases. So don't be worried if you don't see anything. Just by being here tonight and tuning into it, you'll still be able to release energy. All right, the first thing I want you to look at in the rose or ask to be shown, have it illuminate, is I want you to look for energy of how easily you are programmed to allow others to control you. And that could go all the way back to childhood. So, how easily are you programmed to be controlled? And whatever you see, release it. And some of these energies can get us really activated because I'm going to call out some that has to do with family. So if you feel activated in your body when I call out an energy, remember you have a grounding cord on your body. So take some breaths, and wherever you're feeling activated, maybe it's your heart, your throat, anywhere, your solar plexus. That's a place where people like to control us. It's also where your third chakra is. If you're feeling activated, take a moment, take a breath, send that energy out of your body down the grounding cord, because whatever you're working on the screen in a symbol is translating to your body so you can get very activated. All right. Now look for the energy of your parents' control in your space. You may not, you may think that your parents aren't controlling you now as an adult, but sometimes they are. I see it all the time in client healings. But that can also get set in your space at a very young age. So look for the textures and colors in this space where your parents programmed you to allow them to control you. And whatever you see, release it. And this is control your decision making. All right. Look for control energy from siblings. I see a lot of this in people's spaces too. And you know, especially if you're a younger sibling, you may see a lot of control energy in your space from your siblings where they controlled you or programmed you to allow them to control you, to give you more or share or don't create. So look for siblings in this space. You could maybe see them as what they look like in the body. If you send a image of somebody, you see a sibling in there, send them down the grounding cord. It doesn't hurt them. It's just clearing them. Again, if this is going too fast for you, you can go back and listen to it again and work the tool so you can really get a lot of it out, because these are pretty big topics for a 30-minute meditation. All right, look for partners past and present in your space. How much have do they have control energy or left control energy in your space? If it's left there, they can still control you. So whatever you see, send it down the grounding cord. Good. Okay. This is might be intense. Look for the energy of society trying to control you. Society likes to put us in a box, have us conform, be controllable. They can also program you and control you to be a certain way, to shop, buy, spend money. So, how much of the control energy of society is in your space? And whatever you see, send it down the grounding cord. Okay. I'm going to call out three more, and for some of you, they may be intense. So, as we grow and expand as a soul, and everybody who's here or listening to this as a replay will be on some kind of path, right? So as we grow and create more, it can make people around us uncomfortable. So they may try to control us to say not take a next step, throw energy at us. So the first of three energies or areas I want you to take a look at is how much control energy do you have in your space that is keeping you from reaching your spiritual goals? And whatever you see, send it down the grounding cord and try and stay as neutral as you can. Okay, the next one is how much control energy is in your space that's keeping you from reaching your financial goals. So I can't tell you who may be in there or what might be in there, but you might see people. People can be threatened. Partners can be threatened by you creating more wealth. People might try to control your finances as far as to share with them. Um, they could be comparing you to what they're making. It could be family, friends, jealousy. So I don't need to call out those specifics. What you really need to look for is how much control energy is in your space that's keeping you from reaching your financial goals. Whatever you see, release it. Okay, and one more. How much control energy is in your space that's keeping you from achieving your career goals? Is there an energy that's trying to control you from moving forward to creating a bigger career or reaching those goals? Whatever you see, release it. And remember, you can go back and do this again because I'm only bringing up a handful of energies to look for. You may have a great awareness that there's other energies of control that you need to clear, specific people, situations. So you're all intuitive. I'm sure you'd have some ideas of what would be affecting you. All right, I would like you to go ahead and create the visual of a large, warm, golden sun on your screen sitting above that rose. We're going to raise the vibration of that space up. So that golden sun that you created on your screen above the rose, I would like you to add the energy of seniority in that space. And the reason for that energy of seniority is if we are senior in our space and we can own a space, like own the rose that's representing you, then we are less likely to be programmed. So into that sun, send the energy as a word written in gold or as just a thought. You got the nice shiny gold rose, put the energy of seniority in that, bring that sun in through the top of the rose, fill it in completely, saturating every petal, every part of that rose to gold and the energy of seniority, all the way to the edges, really owning that space. Whenever you release, you need to replenish. It's just like with our bodies or a symbol on the screen. If you're clearing at the end, you need to fill it back in. All right, in order to disperse that energy, so you're not looking at it anymore, you're not hurting any of the energy that you just cleared, but we need to clear that off the screen. So to the right of your rose, create a gold bubble, slide that rose into the gold bubble, take a visual of a pin and pop the bubble, and just imagine that that disperses all of the energy. So you no longer see any of that on your screen. It's just a way to clear. Okay. I want you to create one more rose on your screen, ground it, and this is going to be a rose for, oh, well, I'm sorry, I didn't ask you. Create a rose on your screen with the healed information that you just worked on. We'll do it this way. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun here. If that rose represents you in control energy and you just healed it, ask what percentage are you more senior in this space, or what percentage are you still being controlled after that healing, and see if you have a better number where you're less controlled. And it should be better. Um, but we'll still use the same rose because I want you to see what percentage you try to control of other people. So if this is a rose holding control energy, I want you now to ask the rose what percentage in that rose, have it show up in a texture, a color, or a number. What percentage do you try to control others? And take an honest look. You can't change something if you don't take an honest look. So if you're controlling, yeah, then just this is just to bring your awareness to where we might try to control others. So what I'd like you to do is just imagine that you can release some of that need to control others. When we try to control, it's really a fear. We're afraid that we're not going to get what we want, or it's not going to happen the way we want it to. And when you try to control something, you can either slow down or kind of change your creation. So you got to work with the universe, trust and faith. So we don't really want to try to control not only others, but situations. So whatever percentage you see in that rose where you try to control others or situations, see if you can release that texture and color down the grounding cord. Okay. You can go back and work that again. Create a sun above that rose on your screen. Just going to try and raise that vibration up. So fill that rose in with that golden sun. Move that rose to the right, create a gold bubble, move that rose into the gold bubble and pop it to disperse the energy. All right. Because you are releasing energy in a symbol off this on your screen, it also releases off your body. So you need to replenish one more time. So go ahead and create a golden sun above your head. And in this one, you get to put some thoughts or postulates of where you energies you'd like to vibrate at for the next, it could be for tomorrow, it could be for the rest of the week or the rest of the month. You could have the thought that the words are written as gold, or just thoughts float into that. So creating that sun above your head. Maybe you would like to have some seniority in your space. So send that energy in there. Seniority about owning your body and who you are and what you're creating. Maybe some gratitude, grace and ease, sanctuary. Whatever it is for you for this, into this sun, go ahead and add your ideas, your yummy, yummy energies. Bring that sun in through the top of your head and really saturate all your cells and organs. with this sun, with these postulates in it, allows some of that gold energy to flow down your grounding cord. So you're grounded from the center of the planet to the top of your head with those energies. That's just a nice way to vibrate even higher. Remember that energy goes into your body, saturates your chakras, flows through your body out into your aura, and that's the energy people feel. So if you're feeling yucky energy from somebody, they're obviously vibrating really low. So use that golden sun to set the energy for how you want to show up in the world. It's so powerful. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths and come out of trance.